everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Lizzie. Hope you're ready to get some life advice from Spirit. And I have no idea what we're getting into, but let's go. Alright, so this is a deck I made a while ago using all of the stickers I used for Pickle Piles. I figured I would make a deck out of them. Alright. I'm going to get a couple of these. I'll get a couple quotes. See what the flavor for this reading is, if you will. I was going to do a couple readings, but I just got that one to upload. I filmed for 2 hours and my voice is rough. I'm doing this one, so this is probably going to be the last one for a bit, and then I'll film more later tonight. I'll do your soulful sessions with Spirit tomorrow, and I'm going to do some random readings later. Trying to kick it and be easy. Also, don't forget, I am giving a deck away for Easter. All you have to do is be a subscriber and talk to me in the comments, hit the like button, show some interest on my channel because I want to give it to a muse. And I'll send it to anyone in the world. So hit that subscribe button if you want in on a really cool tarot deck for Easter. Alright, let's start with your quotes. Elevator love, it goes up and it goes down, but we're both riding. Melina Bennett said this. That's her quote. That's a good quote. I like it. So this could be about love or just loving your job. Like 1 minute you don't like it, 1 minute you do. 1 minute you're serious and ready in a commitment and your relationship's good. 1 minute you're fighting and it's rough. I feel like there's an ebb and flow vibe going on here. I wish life had a rewind button. I don't know who officially said that first, so I didn't write a name, but it's been said in movies and stuff, quotes. Regretting some decisions, perhaps, life decisions. We should regret our mistakes and learn from them, but never carry them forward into the future with us. Spirit right on top of things today. Yeah, this is about not carrying regret because it does hinder our life and our growth. Swallow your pride. You will not die. It's not poison. Sometimes it's better to just let someone else think they're right and walk away with the satisfaction knowing you let them win. Just walk on and walk tall, as I would say. Alright, so we have cute little Simba and Nala. So this says, past lives, healing each other, twin flames, childhood love, or a friend connection, a family member, a playful connection, or a strong bond. So since we kind of got love vibes, I feel like this is a spouse, somebody you're in love with, somebody you could have known as a child, processing from friendship into love. So love is a part of life. We're brushing up on it, but I have a feeling this is about more of your calling, like love of your job, love of your purpose. Maybe like meeting like a co-anchor, perhaps, for some of you. And we got Captain America. Creating better vibes. Trusted, letting your guard down. Wanting to protect or defend something or someone, or save the day. Defensive of a lover, relationship, job, or family. Standing up for the underdog. So either you're protecting your connection from everybody else, or you're protecting yourself from family members, people that you were once close with, like feeling a need to separate and protect your energy here. Or I do feel like for a majority of you, this is like, I need to protect, maybe you're going through some hardship in your life, in your family life, and you're just like trying to be private, keep it low key, and just like do what you need to do for your family right now. Oh, Yellowstone National Park. Family oriented, loyal, hardworking, blue collar. This could be fire signs, which is Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Building your own empire, needing wide open space. So again, both is being referenced. Some of you are needing space from family and people, like it's too toxic right now. And some of you are in very protective mode, protecting your family, putting in extra hours at work, oh my God, I talk too much today. Blue collar jobs like policemen, nurses, factory workers, kind of feeling like the work grind, working hard to better relationships and your life. And then the other side of you are just trying to better yourself individually. We have Garfield, my favorite. Making omens. Oh, I'm sorry. Making amends or an apology. Showing feelings or opening up. Nervous. Made mistakes. Putting love into it. Trying not to rock the boat. So some of you are in pause, just like, I don't even want to deal with this right now. Family members, lover, it doesn't really matter. It could even be work stuff. You got very nervous vibes. Maybe you're like up for a promotion. Maybe you're taking a test. Or you're just like going forward and conveying some love feelings, which is nerve-wracking. This cute little lady. Self-expression, new look, new makeover, or body changes, or needing a change in some area of your life. Confident, being yourself, authenticity. So this is like you really coming into yourself. I feel like this year for you is all about finding what you like, what you want, and really switching the game up here to have. It's like you're manifesting the life that you want, the partner you want, the friendships you want. It's like slowly checking off the boxes, Spirit saying, but right now it's all about you feeling the need to maybe show off a new body, or you're preparing to do that. Oh my God, you got Mighty Mouse, a lot of save the day energy. Moving fast towards a goal, being your own hero, rising to the occasion or the challenge, beating competition or adversity, going for it, gaining courage. I see you guys crushing it at work, or just really trying to beat out anyone for a promotion. We are talking about work. We are talking about maybe there's adversity for a lover here, taking care of family, just wanting to save and protect and to be the provider here. Then we have Tommy from Rugrats. Not giving up, struggling, feeling overwhelmed, awkward expression, tackling tough issues. So I feel like you're going through a lot. You're trying to be yourself and be more expressive, but you're exhausted, you're overworked, you got family shit going on, you got relationship stuff going on. So let's get into it, collective. Let's start with some self-care, self-work advice from Spirit to you at this time. I'm going to get a couple, since it seems to be pretty heavy that you're exhausted and not taking care of yourself. What do we need to focus on first? Let's make it simple for the collective. Optimism. Stay optimistic. Even those, the grinds will end, the money will pay off. Like, you're not going to have to grind forever. I feel like I do see a career change, wanting to like really find your calling, but I feel like you have to kind of put that on the back burner, either for a family crisis or a relationship crisis. Maybe you have to like separate from someone, so get your own place. So you're just working to get your life in order, and then you can focus on your dream. If that's the case, have optimism that you're going to get all your ducks in a row so that you can get back onto the grind for what you want to do. I had to do that majority of last year. I was working and grinding out to get this place, to get everything in order, and I'm settling in now. Oh my God, my nose is going, so this is gonna be a good one. So like I'm a year in my apartment, and I'm now just starting to like really get into my groove thing again. And if you're like going through toxic stuff in your life, like emotionally, you can't give yourself to a lot of things at once. You get drained. So getting up and getting outside, it is spring. I feel like will be good for you. I feel a lot of you. I'm in the same boat. Spring's in the air. I want to get ready for spring, or for summer, like physically, but I'm also getting older. I want to take better care of myself so that we're not hurting so much on these blue collar jobs. So getting out on our days off, getting fresh air, spending time outside, because we are, at least in my area, we are inside a lot of the year because of snow. And it's spring, the sun's out, enjoy it, get outside. Spiritual baths will be very helpful for you with your moods, your cleanses, all this achiness. Epsom salt baths are great for aches. This is about like kind of taking a mind, like when I work, I know it seems a little silly and we don't always have jobs that can do this, but once you get into a groove, my job's very repetitive, so I kind of like use work time to meditate and focus on my thoughts. But this is like making that time in your day somewhere, whether it be at work or in the spiritual bath, and when you're taking a shower, it's like doing breathing exercises helps with anxiety. I do see money changing for you in the near future, but I think we're focusing on money, and this is telling me like we need to talk about how do we do what we love to do and be happy doing what we do every day and still make enough money to survive? How do we be ourselves in such a fake world? So let's get crack-a-lackin', shall we? Alright, so where to start? Let's start with our life purpose deck. Let's get some jobs, perhaps. Let's talk about career. Career's up first for this life reading. Builders, support. So, a lot of you are wanting to be your own boss, wanting to launch your own platforms. Social media is, could be wanting to go back to school online. Like you want to build a new future. It could require a spiritual healing journey, learning a spiritual trade like tarot and launching yourself online, or this is going back to school and having to work a job, because medical school is 6 years? It's a long time. It's like dedicating yourself to getting something off the ground. You're building your empire and you're healing your mind, body, and soul. We have support here. So this could be like fundraising for yourself. This could be spiritual support. Let me get a clarifier. What are we talking about here with support for career? Yoga. To me, this is like we really need to get better as people. We have this huge tool that we can use that other generations didn't have. We can literally be our own managers and market ourselves and collect all of the profit for ourselves. We can publish stuff on Amazon and on Google. We can, like as far as writing or artwork, we can put ourselves up on social media. Whatever we do, offer our own services. This is like finding ways to make money with your own skills, whether that's making candles, making spiritual stuff that's very in, crystal jewelry, tarot readings. And if it's not in the spiritual world, you could be a psychologist. You could hold support group seminars. People can pay money to watch you do a live, or you could write a book about that. You know what I mean? And what are you good at? What is your thing that you could make money off that could help support you rebuild this life? So because if you're going back to school, it's not very helpful to have to work a full-time job and go to school full-time. If you're going to school full-time, most people work part-time, but not everybody has that luxury. So how can you still work part-time and have a side hustle? Or maybe you have kids, maybe you have health issues, you're trying to rebuild your health, you're going to be out of work for a while. Maybe you can't work. How can you make money from home? Can you get a job on the computer? Can you make something and sell it? Can you be a middleman to help other people sell other things? Or help people, like people like me. I'm looking for someone to help me manage my channel. You could sit at home and accept money to be somebody's social media director. Like, how can you, whatever your circumstances, what side hustle can you do? Because that's the name of the game when you're blue collar. You can't just live off of one job. Like, everybody has to have a job, a part-time job, and a side hustle to afford shit. You know what I mean? Spirit's like, yeah, writing. This is a lot about healing, and that authentic voice. I feel like the world in general is craving authenticity, and I feel like people on like TikTok and social media really respond to people who say things in a unique way that are what everybody is thinking about, but it might not be brave enough to say, or they just say like they wouldn't have thought about it that way. Like, it's not just posting videos, it's like getting people to see your perspective. Like, not only using your platform for money, but using it for change is what I'm getting at. It says you heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words you write. So if you have a good skill, like writing a how-to book I feel like it's some money advice from Spirit. Writing on Amazon. People love those like raunchy, sexy short stories. You write a couple of those, you can make some money. It's crazy. It's a crazy world we live in, but I just feel like most generations, you had to be like scouted. You had to be in the right place at the right time or know the right person, and you don't really have to have that anymore, which is awesome. All right, let's see. What else do we need to know? Labyrinth. I feel like most of you don't really know what your future looks like as far as work. I think a lot of you want to change. Power symbol. You want a powerful job that, like, I think a lot of us are worried about, like, the future. If there was ever a pandemic, what kind of job sticks around? Job stability. Good paying job, like things are going up. You want a job that you're going to make money at, that's going to be needed, that's going to be able to take care of your family and provide. Like, people want to have a powerful stance in life. Like, I want to live in a good neighborhood and in a good house and be able to afford a car, so I want to be a power family. How can I better my life? How can I get on the rich side of things? Spirit, yeah, everybody's like, I want to feel good about what I do. I want to go to work and feel good about my job. And a lot of us lost that. And a lot of us need healing. Like, we just can't seem to find our thing. I know I've had this conversation with people at work a few times. How we had different jobs before the pandemic, and now, Amazon is like, at least in my area, is like the only thing I could really get into. Like, factory jobs is all there is offered around here right now. So it's like we're kind of all forced in the same boat. I'm just hopping from factory to factory, hoping to find something that we can tolerate. Sometimes it's life situations, life circumstances, but people are just wanting to feel good about what they do, wanting to feel like they're doing something of merit. They spend a lot of time away from their family. It's like everybody's always picking up shifts. Like, nobody has enough of anything anymore. It's just ridiculous. Sorry, my cats are playing. They just ate, so they got some energy. Queen of Air. independent, experienced, realistic, and witty. Objective decision making, clearing away all that no longer serves you, seeing the humor in a situation. So, a lot of us, when we're in these really crappy jobs, we have to laugh it off and just make the best of it. And I think we're really great at that as blue collar people. Kitty. These fucking kids. I gave them catnip treats. I give them catnip on the weekends. I call it their drug night. But it's to me, this is seeing what you want, keeping your eye on your own prize, not comparing it to other people, and having faith that, I think at some point we all gotta work a job or do a gig we don't fucking want to do. Just part of learning to appreciate when we find something we do like. 3 of water, celebrations. A wedding, graduation, a birth announcement. It's we want jobs that are gonna look. Life's going on, right? We're falling in love. We're having babies. Our kids are getting married, going to college. We want careers that are going to sustain this. We don't want to have to hop around. We don't want to have to work 5 jobs. We want to just have one job Monday through Friday so that we can spend time with our families at night, at dinner time, and on the weekends. That's the American dream, just a 9-to-5 job, that affords a family. The world, yeah. A job well done, joy, contentment, and gratitude. We want to feel good about our jobs. You just keep hitting home that this is something huge worldwide. We're not content with what we do. We're not content with the money we make, and it makes life unbearable and stressful. We have Page of Air, logical, honest, impulsive, and curious. Challenging information, delays or change to plans, truth delivered without tact. This is going back to the pandemic. There's social media. There's so much overpouring of information that it causes social collapse. And I feel like the way the pandemic was and the way everything shut down caused a lot of PTSD. And people really need to start acknowledging this to the government. The way that you just kind of rip the Band-Aid off, the way that you just let information slide, and the chaos of that whole 2 years just caused so much duress that it's literally affecting people's career choice, home life. It's just continuously rippling, and nobody's fixing it. Nobody's addressing it. Justice, fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. This is if you put the work in, Spirit's going to back you up. If you keep putting your resume out there, if you keep trying for that promotion, if you keep doing those side hustles and find ways to clip coupons and save money, Spirit is going to get you through it. But you got to work with them. You got to meet the energy halfway. Pray about it. And I know it's not always logical to up and move, but if you can't find work in your area and you're sick of working these shitty jobs, make a deal with each other. Make a 6-month plan as a family. Pick a place that you want to move to, and you work those crappy jobs and as many shifts as you can, and you sock as much money away as you can, and you get the hell out of here in one shot. Or wherever you're at, so that you can find that job that you want. Make those sacrifices. It's annoying. Nobody wants to do it, and it takes a long time. But at the end of the day, 6 months to a happy career and a better life is really nothing. Look at the bigger picture and don't harp on your current stuck energy. Scarlet Witch, explore beyond the veil. Yeah, this is about manifesting. Like, we are powerful manifestors. We have the tools to create the life we want. It's how willing are we to work? How willing are you to take the extra shifts? How willing, because I'll be honest with you, I will not take an extra shift unless my pockets are hurting. Like, that is really hard, strenuous labor, and I have no time to myself. Even on my days off, it's crammed with stuff to do. Like, I made that fine line with myself that I wasn't going to just spend my life working. But I don't have kids. If I had kids, I probably would feel differently. You know what I mean? It really depends on everybody's circumstance. This is about building the life and setting those career boundaries that you want. If you don't like your career and you have a dream for something, only you have the power to go after that thing. Nobody can do it for you. It's like Spirit's like, put the effort in and we'll match you. But you got to put the effort in. Low-key, don't be afraid to shake shit up a little bit. Try things. If you fail and you blunder and you put your foot in your mouth, well, that ain't your thing. That isn't the job for you. But this is also talking about rebelling if you aren't treated right at work. Like, it doesn't matter what our life situations are. We are people. We deserve to be treated a certain way, and you do have rights in most states that they can't just fire you for speaking up for yourself. I mean, how you say it, you can be fired for, but, you know, saying, hey, this isn't fair, you're being unfair to me, or, you know, this happened and you didn't do your job or whatever, and you're not raising your voice and you're being respectful, you can't get fired for that. Spectrum, be blinded by the light. Glow so bright in your own life, in your own lane, that other people look at you like, how the fuck? That's how you win in life, by being so consumed in your own lane. You, like, time goes on, everybody's like ticking around, all you see is your goals, your dreams, and your ambitions, and you're moving in that direction, and everything else is blurred. Those are the people that make it. Those are the people that we look at like, damn, look at them, look at that glow up, look at that person succeeding, because they put all their time and attention and effort into changing their life and not focusing on, and not just sitting and worrying and thinking. And I hate to hear that too, because I am a Virgo. I sit in my mind a long time before I decide to do something, but it's true. I have to tell myself that too. Like, all right, get off the pot now. You know, it's time to do something about it, or are we just gonna think it to death? Like, eventually you got to make a decision. All right, so closing advice about career. I think they're really saying, like, I know it's a shitty response. Nobody ever wants it. But a lot of, like, my area in the city, I have to move. Like, I don't want to move. Just an effort, but I want to move at the same time. I'm not going to better my life here. I know that. Like, if I stay here, I will end up exactly in the life I don't want. We have to be honest with ourselves. Have I started to save money to get out of here yet? A little bit. Have I put money into it like I should be? No. So I'm hindering my own growth. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not perfect either. We gotta be able to we want change in our life, but we're not putting the work in. Spirit's gonna be like, well, I'm not gonna do it for you. You know what I mean? Like, They'll lead you to a job that pays good enough for you to sock some money away to get out of your situation if you ask for their help. But yeah, this is seeing the bigger picture and seeing the short sacrifices for the long-term goals. Like, all right, I had to go back to school for 2 years, but if I do this, if I sacrifice this, I'm making like so much more a year. We get health insurance, that's stability. Like, talk it out with your family, like, get that support with your spouse, like, or family members. Like, my mom was a single mom of 5 kids, and it took her longer to go to school because she could only go part-time. She had to work full-time, and she had to go to school part-time at night. Like, that was a sacrifice. It took her longer, but she still obtained her goal. She just had to work around her life circumstances. It's not what we want. It's what we need. We never get what we want like that. We all expect it, but it doesn't happen that way. You got to see the bigger picture, the long-term goal. It's annoying. I don't want to do all that work either. I would rather just sit on my ass and let shit come to me too, but that's not reality, unfortunately. Water, lifeblood. Yeah, this is about going with the flow, learning to go and bend and not break with the things that come up and the adversity and your crazy schedules. Like 4 and 1 makes 5. Like doing what you need to do to get out of, like, I hate going to my job, but I know that I worked really hard to get this place. I love having my own place. I love being independent. So as much as I hate my job, I feel good going to work every week because I'm taking care of myself. And I know that one day I'm going to find a better job. I'm going to get out of here. You know, like everything's going to click into place. I got to have that faith and just go with the flow. We need to do that with our careers as well. And again, seeing the higher perspective when we pick our jobs, we need to be looking at things that offer insurance. What's the turnaround rate? Because I feel like that's just something that I need to do. I'm getting stuck in these factories. You know, I get hung up on the money, but if people quit, if the average person lasts less than a month, you know, like that isn't going to be a place that you are going to want to go to every day. Like, do your research. Are you going to have growth and development? Is your company doing well? Are they sustainable? Do you want to invest your time? Like, would you have a good retirement plan? Like, these are the things we need to be looking into before we even apply. And not just because we need a job. Like, my first job after the pandemic was because I needed a job, you know. It was a good job. It wasn't horrible. But, you know, I didn't do any of I was just like, I need to get a job today. Like, you know what I mean? It was panic mode. Now we don't need to panic. You know, take your time. Do your due diligence when you do a job. That will help. We have pain. So this talks about body aches in life. You know, this isn't just work. I feel like I'm getting into aging today, and I'm just going to roll with it. Disruption and pain. This is like people learning to, like, if you get a back injury, I feel like even when you heal, your life is never the same. When you have a baby, you know, your life changes forever. You know, maybe you have a weird hip pain on rainy days because your hips expanded when you were pregnant. I don't know. There's like, as we age, things happen, and it disrupts how we feel about ourselves. Looking at ourselves as we age, looking and seeing our own morality causes duress and physical pain. Sorry, sneezing. But this also talks about it's painful when, you know, it happened a lot during the pandemic, and it's still happening, like companies just closing the door with no warning. That also causes PTSD. But I think we're getting into aging and just like life in general, like our relationships. As we age, we lose touch with our friends. Family, friends die. You know, you have to change jobs. Divorces. It's like just life shit. We're getting into the life shit. What are we talking about with this pain? Success in reverse. It physically causes us pain in our life when we don't have success. When, like, we want to be comfortable. We want to have a job. Like, when we don't get the job we want, when we don't get the raise, we take it personally. When a person rejects us, when we get divorced, when somebody dies, you know, we take it personally. This disrupts our life, our success, and career. And like a lot of us succeed later in life because maybe you get pregnant young and you can't go after your dream until your kid's 18. Or knock on wood, some medical reason happens and you can't go to college until you're 25 instead of 18, so you're a little bit of a late bloomer. Life works out exactly how it's meant to for everybody, but this is about also having confidence as you age, being comfortable in your skin, and not allowing those wrinkles and the gray hair and going bald and putting on weight to affect your inner belief in yourself. We get so hung up on our looks. I have an eating disorder, so of course I understand how you feel here. But like, as we grow as people and become one with ourselves, that's where the comfort comes from. When we're strong and confident and hear about how we look and what we do and the money we make, and we believe that, you know what, everything's going to work out because I'm a good person, I'm a hard worker, and I don't give up. The more you believe that and the more you ingrain that into your life, the less pain you actually have. This is about following your passions as well. Surrendering to the things we can't control, like rejection is God's protection. So if you don't get a part, if you don't get a job, if you don't get into a school, if you don't get a person, this is something that was never meant for you. And instead of going down the wrong path and having to course correct, Spirit is just sparing you from that all in general. There's like, oh, no lesson for you to learn here. Keep moving. And this is about always cleansing, because we're always going to think negatively about ourselves. We're always going to feel bad about ourselves at some points. And when we feel that coming on, we have to be like, all right, that's just a low vibrational thought. Look at how far we've come in life. Look at how much we've done. We're a strong person. Like, we don't need anyone. Look what we did by ourselves. We need to remind that and illuminate ourselves of our own path that we've already walked. Let's talk about life purpose, like spirituality, partnerships, work. Follow your dreams came out. We have dreams for a reason. And I feel like dreams that never seem to go away, even as you age, is something you should always try. Even if you fall on your butt. Even if you fall on your butt, you're always going to know that, hey, I don't have to wonder. At least I didn't, But we always have to be realistic about our dreams. We always kind of just expect it to play out and be like instant success. And that does happen for maybe 1% of people, but it takes a long time for a dream to happen. It takes a long time for success to come in. If you put the work in, if you keep at it, you keep following your dreams, that's how success happens. For my musicians out there, I feel like talking to you. I feel like this world was affected greatly during the pandemic. Online avenues have affected music sales, making money, all that. People in the 80s probably made more money than musicians today. That's why they're starting to play stadiums, because they need more money. Like, music is free, it's passed around. People don't really... I haven't bought an album in years, okay? I just go on YouTube and get it for free. That's, they have to make their money in other ways, and it's not like how it used to be. So I feel like for musicians, be aware of the changes and don't put yourself in past mind thinking. Like, gigging like you used to, like, might not be as prevalent. At least in my area, it's seasonal. Like, there's always like big massive gigs during the summer for weddings, and they have bars here all year round, but bars around here don't have bands every day. They have them like once a week. So, and there's like 1 million singers, so I feel like slim pickings in certain areas. Cities always have thick meat, but I feel like we need to come out of how it was before the pandemic. You're going to have to be on social media. You're going to have to market yourself. You're going to have to travel. You're going to have to invest money in yourself. And it's gonna take a while. Like, it's not how it was before the pandemic when the internet helped. It still helps, but I feel like with so much meat available on the shelves, like, if you get my drift, like, there's a million singers online. It's like, and it's too much competition at times that you can get lost in it. Okay. What else do we need to talk about? What other careers or life advice? Nature. Okay. The world's going green. A lot of people are getting into cleaning up Earth, making things out of recycled products. These are great things to get into and invest with. Self-love, spirituality, crystals, self-help books, and public speaking to change your life is a big kick right now. Making money on that would be great for you. I feel like they're just giving you, like, these are the careers that are popping right now. Collective. But it also talks about self-love. When you raise your vibration, that is also helping you manifest. Financial discipline. We're all learning new ways to save money, cut costs, be a little bit more efficient, be a little bit more thrifty. It's like we're going back to our grandparents who lived through the Depression. Like, we can still use that. Like, sorry, I think I see a shadow figure or something. But, it's daytime, so that's very odd. Don't like it at all. I search for coupons online to save money. I look for deals. Like, we're going back to, like, I reuse Ziploc bags if they're not dirty, because that's one, better for the environment. Reduce, reuse, recycle, and it saves money on your pocket. I've been really good at conserving energy. I cut down on, like, paper products I buy. It's like, it saves money, but it's also going in with everybody trying to go green. Minimalistic is in. So if you have to live minimally, at least you're trending. Spirit's sake. Domestic harmony, yes. This is about having money to have a happy life. So, you know, people aren't decorating their homes as much and you know, going all out for the holidays. Like, I do see Christmas lights, but it is nothing like when I was a kid. Like, every yard was decorated for Halloween and Easter and Christmas, and people just aren't wasting money on that. Like, furniture, a lot of people are doing secondhand stuff because it's just outrageous. You know, growing your own food. Like, people are just finding ways to have money to go on vacations with their family, to be able to give their kids Christmas presents, to be able to do activities. We got cooped up in the house for 2 years, and I feel like people are just more about doing things and making memories than stuff. Ultimately, it's a beautiful thing, but I feel like people are, again, with the pandemic, thinking about being stuck with someone if they had to. Could they be stuck with them through a pandemic? I feel like this is a very real thought when people are moving in together, but I feel like it's really hard for people. Like, I live alone. It's so hard to be on your own. I feel like people are happier as units. And I think people just want help in life. Like, it's getting that bad to the point of we don't want love partners just for love. Like, it would be nice to have someone to help pay the bills around here. That's like a real fucking thing. Not that that's why you should pick a partner, but I feel like I've heard a lot of people say that in my life. Like, I'm sick of struggling, and it's not our fault that everything costs so much and our wages aren't going up. You know? It's a true feeling. Reclaim your art and look forward. This is about going back to, remember when you were 18 and everyone's like, okay, what did you want? What do you want to do? What are you going to school for? All right, make a plan. Let's apply. Pretend you're 18 again. Ask yourself, what do you want to do? Okay, apply. Okay, let's make a plan. Look forward and do it. Just like you were 18, you have all these deadlines. Have it done by the end of September. You know what I mean? Like, age ain't nothing but a number. It's all mentality, baby. All mentality. Yeah, decorate yourself. This is about loving, self-love, putting work into what makes you happy, not living to other people's standards, keeping those blinders on, making your life the way you want it. Give more. Yes, this is about karma and dharma. Like when you are able to give back and you give back when you really need help, it's going to be returned to you. I don't care what anyone says. So always being in a position to help people in need is always helpful to other people, but it's always good. Not that that's why you should do it, but I feel like with it being decorate, if you're trying to change your life, it's, think about other people out there that also want to change their life. You put that energy out there, it's matched. So if you open the door for someone, or if you give someone money to get a meal, when you're hungry, you're going to eat. When you need a leg up, you're going to get a leg up. Pay it forward. What else do we need to know, Spirit? Always talk to your guides and spirits when you're struggling. Like, you can say to God, like, God, I'm bad with money. I spend too much. Like, I know I'm doing it to myself. I don't know how to stop. Can you help me? Or, God, I'm working and I'm working and I'm working. I just never seem to have enough money. Life shouldn't be this hard. Can you please show me what to do? It might not come tomorrow. It might not come the next day. But God always listens. Your spirit guides always listen, and they're always going to get you where they need you to go. All you got to do is keep putting one foot in front of the other. Keep showing up. Keep doing the work and getting yourself, like they said, if you want change in your life, you got to meet them halfway. So if you want a new job, you got to seek someone that can help you find that new job. Look online, put your resume out there, and Spirit will help you manifest the perfect job for you. They'll help you see the signs and direct you where you need to go from there. But you need to center and ground and keep yourself balanced and be your own cheerleader and have fun with your life. And you can't manifest and be... Like, you could be doing the work like Spirit wants you to do, but you could be miserable. You're not spending time with people. You're not doing things that make you feel light. So, your energy is... So your manifestation isn't going to come in because your energy's off. It's like you got to do the work and you got to do the fun stuff too. It's got to be a balance of hard work and rest and relaxation and self-love. All right. I'm dying. I talked so long today. All right, let's talk about, we got career, we got closing messages for a life. I don't know where you're taking us. I will leave it to you, Spirit. My throat box needs a break. Regeneration. Yeah, this is about you are your own savior. Be your own white knight. You can bring your life back, like your life force back, by changing your job, by changing your food and your diet. You can feel better and have more energy by getting more sleep, by changing your thoughts and being positive about yourself. Round and around, yeah. It's like we always go round and around in our head. Like, I wish I moved. I wish I had a different job. I wish, I could have time for myself to just relax. I wish I had love in my life. All I do is work. It's about being in the moment, right now. What's going to make you happy right now? What do you need right now? Focus on that. Sending up to spirit, asking for help, networking yourself, getting that sleep, putting that self-work in, avoiding drama, avoiding people, and protecting your energy so your vibes don't lower. Putting the work in, meeting spirit halfway, one step in front of the other, and they will help you get those manifestations. It's like they are always watching, though. Make sure you don't cut corners. Make sure you don't do anything shady, like cut someone else's opportunity off, or like cut someone's legs off to get yourself ahead. That spirit's gonna see that and check you for it. Make sure, even though you're putting the work in, that you're doing it within the light, is what they're saying. And make sure you walk away from things, people, and places that don't serve you. Don't give it any of your time. Like setting those boundaries and keeping those boundaries. And being fair and just to yourself. And telling, like, when someone needs help, be fair and help them. But if they ask you for help every day and they're just abusing you, then set that boundary of, I'm sorry, I can't help you anymore. Be fair to the situation and the people you're present in. And don't feel like I have to work 60 hours a week or my family won't eat. That's a blocking mentality. I'm only physically able to work 50 hours a week. God, can you help me? Something will come, I'm telling you. Like, you will think of a way. Like, how can I side hustle so I don't have to put 10 whole more hours in my work week or 20 more hours in my work week? God, how can I make money and be home more with my family or have rest? How can I better my life? God, show me the plan, and they will. Don't break. Bend with the times. We all got to do stuff. We all got to be in situations for a minute that we don't like. Doesn't mean it's going to be forever. You decide your fate. If you want to stay stuck and live in a place you don't want to live in, or be in a relationship you don't want to be in, or be in a job you don't want to be in, that's on you. But if you put that work in, your fate will change. You have to come home to yourself and ground yourself and ask yourself, who do you want? What do you want? Where do you want to go from here? Once you figure that out, then everything gets better. But you can't get better until you come home to yourself, find out what you want, and go from there. And make sure you're always doing everything within the light, and you'll be okay. So I hope this was helpful and gave you some good life advice. If you want more like this in the future, or if it resonated, please hit the like button below. If you like my energy, please subscribe. And I will see you a bit later, probably late again tonight, because it is 8 o'clock in the morning. I haven't gone to bed yet. I will go to bed and I'll wake up and eat some food and just write for a while, and then I'll film late, because I'm not going to work on Sunday. So you will have our soulful session with spirit, which is, by the way, I forgot. What is our topic? Oh yeah, it's our new series this week. That's right. We're doing the relationship trauma series for married couples or long-term relationships, or it could even be roommates, people you live with, stuff that can come up, and some therapy, spiritual therapy there for you. I'm probably going to do a love reading. I was thinking about a past life reading, but I'm not really sure. I don't ever get much bites on those. I just don't know if people aren't into it. But yeah, I will see you later. Until then, have a great day, everyone. Toodaloo boo-boos. Bye.